Very good morning, children. In yesterday's class, we learned about the functions of plasma membrane. So, let us continue our lesson. So, how the transport of materials is going to happen across the membrane, that we are going to learn now. So, now you know that any flexible, any living cells like egg you can take, or onion you can take. So onion peel or egg, whichever is covered after removing eggshell, whatever that layer we are getting, that one. So all these are said to be called as cell membranes. So to learn this activity, how that materials are transferring through the cell membrane, so one activity we have to do. So now we have to take beakers, then hydrochloric acid, water, then sugar or salt we are in need. So first what we have to do means, we have to take a beaker and 3/4 fill it with hydrochloric acid, and we have to keep in that an egg we have to keep. Okay, so you know that eggshell, as it is made up of calcium carbonate, and the eggshell is hard, so when we are breaking it, the cell membrane will be just damaged. So to avoid that, what we are doing, we are making that eggshell to dissolve in the hydrochloric acid. Is it clear to you? So after a few hours, what will happen? We can observe air bubbles which are going to be seen in this beaker containing hydrochloric acid, and the shell, outer covering hard shell, is getting dissolved in that, and only we observe that egg. So that we have to take it and we have to clean it with tap water. Is it clear to you? So we have removed that outer eggshell by keeping that egg in the beaker containing hydrochloric acid. Is it clear? Then what we have to do? We are going to take here eggs, whichever is removed with eggshell, and that one we have to keep it in the beaker which contains tap water. Okay, so that eggshell, egg which is removed with that eggshell is taken out and it is cleaned, and we are going to keep in the beaker which contains only tap water. Okay, so you learned that the movement of water is going to happen through the plasma membrane. Is it not? So that process, what do we call? Osmosis. So the movement of water molecules from low concentration to higher concentration through the membrane is called osmosis. Like that we learned. So now here the egg whichever is removed with eggshell is kept in a beaker containing tap water. Okay, and we have to measure the circumference of this egg whichever is removed with eggshell with the help of tape, and we have to note down that measurement, and after measuring that we have to keep that egg without eggshell in tap water, and we have to leave it as it is for some time. So what will be our observation? The water whichever is present in the beaker, slowly it enters in the egg, and so after the completion of that activity duration, the egg will be taken out, and now again we have to measure the circumference of the egg with the help of tape. So now what will be your observation? So for example, earlier, suppose if it is of egg 4 centimeters, like circumference if we measure, then next it is said to be 5 centimeters. It increased. Why that increase is seen? How it happened? The water whichever is present in the beaker, it entered inside the egg. How it happened? Through that membrane. Is it clear to you? So because of that, what will happen? There is a difference which you are observing in the circumference of the egg. Is it clear? So now that is making you to understand that the movement of water from the beaker, it is going to happen in the egg. Is it clear? So now what you have to do, that same egg you have to take and you have to keep in a beaker where it contains salt solution. Salt solution. Is it clear to you? So the egg whichever is used already in the first in this activity. So now the egg kept in the salt solution. Salt solution. So in the salt solution, when you are keeping the egg whichever is already used, and again if you are going to measure the circumference of the egg, so suppose if it was having 5 centimeters, after the time duration is over, what will be happening, what will be your observation if you measure it? It will be of 4 centimeters. Is it clear to you? So what it is going to make you to understand here, the water content whichever is present inside the egg, it is going to be leaving into the beaker containing salt water. Okay. So you please make a note of that. Difference is there of concentration. Here the content is more and more concentrated inside the egg when compared with the tap water, normal water. Whereas here we are using salt solution in the beaker where the concentration is more when compared with the content whichever is present inside the egg. Is it clear? So because of that, what will happen means the water whichever is present inside the egg, it is leaving and that results in shrinking of the egg, and where that shows the difference, lesser size, lesser circumference we are going to observe. So means what you are going to understand, in this activity water is moving inside the egg. In this activity water is leaving the egg. Is it not? So now in both places water is going to be movement we are observing, and here but in this one we are using tap water, and in this one we are using salt solution we are using. Is it not, children? So now here what you are understanding with this activity means the process in which water molecules are leaving the cell. First we will learn this one. The process in which the water molecules are moving inside the cell. So that one we call it as endosmosis. Entering. Okay. Whereas here the water is leaving. The process of leaving of water molecules from cell. So that one we call it as exosmosis. So like that here, through plasma membrane. Have you observed plasma membrane, children, on the egg? When you are eating boiled egg, so slowly a transparent layer we can observe. No, if we remove the outer eggshell, so after inside that we can see the transparent layer whichever is covering yolk. Have you observed? Yes, you might have observed. So that one is called cell membrane. Through that cell membrane, the movement of water is going to happen. One side it is entering inside that egg, other side it is leaving the egg. So the process in which water molecules leave the cell is called exosmosis, and the process of movement of water which are entering inside the cell is called as endosmosis. Is it clear to you? So here another activity is also given just to observe the process of osmosis. What is that? You read that activity whichever is explained in your lesson. Same we can use this egg whichever is used in that activity. So gently we have to pierce it with pin, all pin. So that what will happen? The content whichever is present inside that it is drain off. Then we have to clean it thoroughly with water. Then what we have to do after cleaning that, after collecting that plasma membrane. So now that egg membrane which we got, in one way we have to fill it with water, and we have to tie its mouth with a thread, and that one we have to keep in the beaker where it contains water. Water is there, and inside this sugar solution. Sugar solution we have taken. Now we have to keep this membrane, whichever is taken and whichever is tied and having sugar solution inside this membrane. So what will be your observation means the water from the beaker, it will enter inside. So that what will happen? The level or the size of this cell membrane, it increases. Why? Because the movement of water has happened. Have you followed? So now reverse also we can do. What is that reverse? So here we are going to take tap water, and in the beaker we are going to take sugar solution. Sugar solution. And here egg with that egg membrane with tap water. Tap water. So now what we are going to observe here? So now the size of this membrane, it is decreasing. You can see, because the water whichever is present inside this will be leaving into the sugar solution. How it is happening? Through this membrane, cell membrane. Okay. So with this activity, what you learn, preparing a semi-permeable membrane and how that water is entering when it is kept, when it is present inside that membrane, and when it is kept in the sugar solution, what is happening. And other one, what is happening to that water whichever is present in the beaker and sugar solution in the cell membrane. So that difference you can observe. In one way the water is leaving, and in another way the water is going to be just entering inside that. So now what do we call that process? Means once again you please remember, the process in which the water molecules are leaving the cell is called exosmosis, and the process in which the water is entering inside the cell is called as endosmosis. So in that way each and every cell present in the living system are made available with the water or other contents which are going to enter from one cell to other cell through plasma membrane or cell membrane. Is it clear to you? So that you learned. So now what is the importance of osmosis in our day-to-day life? So you learned the process of osmosis. Now importance of osmosis in our day-to-day life. Let us learn the importance of osmosis. So where do we observe osmosis in our day-to-day life? So just now you learned water enters the root through the osmosis. Water enters the cell through the process through osmosis. So because of this osmosis process only, the water from the soil is going to enter inside the roots. So you know now cross section of root if we see, so different types of cells are present. So now on this we can observe thick covering cuticle, and we can see the root hairs. So when water is applied to the soil, so now different types of cells are present or not. So all these cells, they are going to be receiving water. How it is happening? That is because of each and every cell which contains the cell membrane. From outside it enters the cell membrane of root hair, then it enters cell membrane of this cell. Again like that it will happen. Finally it reaches the vascular bundle which contains xylem, which is responsible for transporting xylem is responsible for transporting water from roots to the shoot system or different parts. Then water moves between the cells. Second point, water moves between the cells again through osmosis. So here concentration difference, always remember low to high, low to high, low to high through plasma membrane. Suppose when the water from the outside, when it is entering, the concentration of water which are dissolved with minerals, it is less when compared with salt content whichever is present inside the cell. Okay, so that movement is happening through the plasma membrane. Is it clear? So all the cells, they are just filled with water or other things. Here water only we are talking. So that is because of the process osmosis. Is it clear to you? Then next, third help, third importance is it helps in closing and opening of stomata. So you know that through stomata only the gaseous exchange is going to happen. So the stomata are god by god cells which are bean shaped, which you learnt in plant tissues. So the stomata closing and opening is also happening because of this osmosis process. Okay. So if osmosis is not there, then these activities are not going to happen. Then it brings about the movement of water and minerals. Next one, movement of water and minerals. Movement of water and minerals in certain plants. Like xerophytes you can take, or tall plants you can take. That water and mineral salts are going to be moving. So that movement, it is also because of osmosis. Then in our body waste materials are filtered. Very important point. In our body waste materials produced are filtered from blood. You know that the blood which is said to be with impurities, whichever is received from all body parts, it reaches the heart. From the heart, it is carried to kidneys through renal artery. Okay, and kidneys, they are richly made up of minute units called nephrons, where the filtration of blood is going to happen, purification of blood is going to happen, or removal of waste is going to happen. What kind of waste are released? Excess water or nitrogenous waste materials which are very much harmful to us, or bile salts, bile pigments, or any extra medicines when we are taking. So they are not supposed to present in the blood as it is. Okay, so that kind of blood, when it is brought to the kidneys, so the kidneys are helping in filtering the impurities from the blood, which is going to help there, means that is because of osmosis. So osmosis, that's why it is very, very important activity whichever is going to happen in the living cells. So purification of blood in the kidneys is happening because of the process called osmosis. About that in detail you can learn in 10th class. Then next one, useful materials are going to be taken up. Useful materials are taken up by the body. are taken up by the cells, which in turn that is because of our body only. Okay, so all the useful materials are going to be absorbed, like in this lesson only you learnt that plasma membrane is having the capability of doing specific function, that is absorption of food, where that microvilli are present. You learnt or not, children? So those microvilli are helping in absorption of the food material. What kind of food material? Whichever is digested or whichever is simple in form, like amino acids, glucose and fatty acids. So they are going to be from the digestive system as end products, whichever are formed, they are going to be entering into the blood, that is because of osmosis. Okay, so the useful materials are going to be entering into the cells through plasma membrane, that is also because of osmosis. So like that, here the osmosis is very important for the living cells to survive. Is it clear? So if that process is not happening, then that results in the severe health problems, or sometimes if it is serious, then it leads to death also. But it is not happening, that is because of osmosis. Is it clear to you? So water enters the cell through the osmosis. Water moves between the cells. So many different types of cells are there. Muscle cells are there, blood cells are there, nerve cells are there. So each and every cell, if we observe, water is needed for performing the activities, cellular activities. So that movement of water between the cells is happening because of osmosis. Then it also helps in closing and opening of stomata. So the stomata are very important for gaseous exchange, for photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide has to enter inside the leaves through stomata only, and oxygen whichever is produced in the photosynthesis, it will leave where all other living organisms are surviving. So that closing and opening of stomata in plants is also because of the process osmosis. Then movement of water and minerals in all plants also it is happening, that is because of osmosis. Then in our body especially, the waste materials are sent out of the body, that is by the kidneys or from the blood, that is because of osmosis. And useful materials are going to be taken up, or they are going to be entering, or they are going to be transported from one cell to other cell, that is also because of the process osmosis. Is it clear to you? So like that, this is the importance of osmosis. So you know that so much of water is present in water bodies, oceans, which is not fit for our daily use, daily routine, but water is very much essential for all living organisms. Okay, but that water, as it contains too much of a high concentration of salts, that oceanic water is unfit for us to use. But here, for the first time, Freddie Mercury and David Bowie. So these two are the scientists. What they have done, they have used a process called reverse osmosis process, and where they have allowed that salt water which is collected from the oceans or seas on the machinery having membranes, and the salts are removed and the water is made with less salts, then that water is made available, or it is used for our daily routine purpose. So which we call that process as the removing of salts from the sea water is called as a desalination. Desalination. What do you mean by desalination? The process of removal of salts from sea water is called a desalination. Name itself is going to make you to understand that one. Salinity means salt concentration. Desalination means removal of salt concentration from the water. Which water? Marine water. Is it clear to you? So, or sea water, that is called desalination. So, that water whichever is collected from seas, so that is going to be sent on the membrane like structures. Then the water is going to be just made as a useful water. Is it clear to you? So that principle we are using in our day-to-day life also. So in your homes you are observing water purifiers. Different water purifiers are there or not? Have you seen, children? So those water purifiers are going to be working on the principle which we call it as a reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis. So reverse osmosis process will help in removing the too much of salts and retaining the useful minerals in the water. So this reverse osmosis is used and different, we have water purifiers like Eureka Forbes and Kent. So different companies, they are going to manufacture the water purifiers where we are going to make use of them or observing them in our day-to-day life. Is it clear to you? But that process is first time introduced by Freddie Mercury and David Bowie, and that process of removal of salts from the seawater is called desalination. So if you go to that Gulf countries in Dubai, you can see that desalination centers where that salt, the marine seawater only is removed with salts from the salt, remove the salts from the seawater, and it is made as a useful water. Is it clear to children? By the process called reverse osmosis. Is it clear to you? So even in our homes also, that bore water, it is more and more little bit salt concentration we can observe than the tap water. So for removal of salts, we are using so many water purifiers. Is it not, children? So in the market so many that machines are available which are going to remove these salts in water. Is it clear to you? Then now you learned about the filtration process and osmosis process in detail. So another process is also there, children. So in what way it is going to help? Another process, what is that? In the beginning also you learned that is said to be diffusion. So what do you mean by diffusion? So now osmosis, once if you recall, the movement of water from low concentration to higher concentration you have observed. Is it not? Through semi-permeable membrane. That process is called as a osmosis, like that. Whereas diffusion means that it is reversed. The movement of molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration. And there is no need of a semi-permeable membrane. So without any need of aid, the movement of molecules is going to happen from high to low concentration. That one we call it as a diffusion. Is it not? So where do we observe that process of diffusion in your day-to-day life? Best examples I can give you. You might have observed also when you are offering prayers to God. So you are going to light agarbatti, dhoop sticks we are using. So when we just light them, we observe that fragrance. We can smell it. Is it not? So before they are lighted, the concentration of smell will be, it is very less. So when we light that dhoop sticks, what will happen means that fragrance molecules, they are going to be just filled in the room. Is it not? So that is one process which you are observing in your day-to-day life of this diffusion. Apart from that, when we open the scent bottle, sprayers you are going to use. Is it not? Deodorants we are going to use. So the concentration of the deodorant or concentration of scent will be more and more present inside the bottle. Is it not? So when we open it, when we open the lid and when we keep as it is, the movement of molecules it is going to happen, and slowly in one corner when they are opened of that room, the other parts of the room also we can smell the perfume or that deodorant. Is it not, children? So that is also because of diffusion. Is it clear to you? Then apart from that, where you are observing this diffusion means in your day-to-day life, everyone likes. Suppose if your mother is preparing the food item which you like most, maybe biryani or some sweet, when your mother is preparing, that sweet smell, it is reaching our body through the nose. Is it not? So that is also because of diffusion. Then have you observed your mother preparing tea, coffee, tea decoction, coffee decoction, like so now that when we add the tea decoction or coffee decoction into the milk, change of color we can observe. Change of color. So how it is going to happen? Again, that is also because of diffusion. Is it clear to you? Then your mother is going to use that Ujala for giving brightness to your white clothes uniform. So when one or two drops of that Ujala liquid, when we are putting in water, you can observe slowly how nicely that color will be changing. So first we can observe the color, we can see, and finally the water will be changed to blue color. So that you can observe. I think you might have observed also. So this is also because of the process diffusion. So diffusion is very, very important process which is happening in the living system also, and without any aid. Okay, in air and water, that is in liquids and gases, this process of diffusion is going to happen. Is it clear to you? So till now in this class you learned about this osmosis, then filtration, diffusion, how they are going to happen, and how they are happening in the living system, in what way they are going to help. Like fragrance of smell, fragrance of agarbatti, or smell which is said to be good or bad, everything we can able to know, that is because of diffusion. Then for the first time, Thomas Graham So for the first time, Thomas Graham studied about the diffusion of gases. It's clear? So diffusion of gases is studied by whom, children? Diffusion of gases is studied by Thomas Graham. So which is popularly known as Graham's law of diffusion. Graham's law of diffusion. So about that we will learn in higher classes. So diffusion of gases for the first time studied by a Scottish scientist, that is Thomas Graham. So now in this lesson you learned about the important processes which are happening in the living system and non-living system also. Okay. So living world and non-living world. Agarbatti or perfumes or coffee, tea decoctions when they are prepared. So that is happening in that environment, whereas inside our body the absorption process or removing of waste materials, all these are going to happen because of osmosis, diffusion and filtration. Is it clear to you? Thank you. Read the lesson thoroughly. When we are making this video, so you might have observed current was not there, so maybe little bit dark, so sorry for that. Is it clear to you?